Well, good morning, YouTube. It is way too early. Actually, it was a lot earlier before. I know it sounds redundant, but I am on my way to the GTA Collectibles Expo in Toronto. It's actually in downtown Toronto this year, which is kind of new. It's a new location, so hopefully traffic will be a bit bigger. I am going as a vendor again. I've never been a vendor at this show particularly, but I've been vendors at other ones. But I've only been like a patron of this one, so it'd be interesting to be on the other side of the table for an event in Toronto. It's going to be a bit weird for me. But yeah, meeting up with Bowser's Fart Sack and Canadian Retro.
In 3 kilometers, use the left 2 lanes to take the Gardiner Expressway exit toward Toronto.
Thanks, GPS. Thanks. So like I was saying, I am going to meet up with Canadian Retro and Bowser's Fart Sack, who are also vendors at this event. So yeah, it should be pretty crazy. This isn't only video games. It's video games and like action figures, toys, plushies, and like anything kind of nerdy, nostalgic type thing. It's all going to be there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I had to get up super early. It was actually snowing when I woke up this morning. There's snow on the car. I left at like 6:30 in the morning because I got to be here for like 8. It's actually a long event. It goes from like 10 to 5 or something like that. Like it's like a regular work day. I don't even get out this early for work. It shows commitment. Commitment. All right. I will see you guys.
1 kilometer, use the left 2 lanes to take the Gardiner Expressway exit toward Toronto.
Shut up! No! Alright, I will see you guys at the show. What is up? We are back at my house. It was a heck of a long day. Yeah, there was a Scotiabank marathon run that happened during the same time as the video game show. So a lot of the roads got blocked off that we couldn't get into. So I was very calm and collected during the video that I showed you during my in the car bit. That was before I hit all the road closures. I had a pretty easy time comparably to some of the other vendors that I've heard their stories later. Basically, every exit that I went down, the gardener to get off to get into the over to the Sheridan Center. It was either blocked off or either backed up all the way, so I ended up going all the way down to the end of the Gardiner Expressway, turning around, coming back, and trying to get on the other way because I figured it'd be less traffic coming that side, which there was. And every time I came up the street and it said, my GPS said, you know, turn left here, turn left here. I couldn't, the road was closed, and I had to, you know, keep going up, and my GPS would get mad at me and then say, turn left here, and I couldn't. So it got to a point where I actually was, I was at Queen Street where I needed to be, and I could look over and I could see the Sheridan Center to my left-hand side, but I could not get there. It was just blocked off, and there were runners everywhere. So I just had to, I kind of just put my trust in the GPS, and I went up, and I turned left when I could. I had my phone open on the side, I had Google Maps open, and I was kind of driving and flipping through trying to see where there was a road I could turn. I finally stumbled across a road called Chestnut Ave, or Chestnut Street, or Chestnut Road, whatever it was, Chestnut something, and happened to turn in there, and there was a bunch of runners in there, just swarming the area, and I kind of weaved my way through there, and all of a sudden there was a parking garage in front of me, so I was like, you know, screw it, there's a parking garage, I'm gonna go in and park. So I went in and parked, and it happened to be right under Toronto City Hall, which is connected to the Sheridan Center, so I lucked out on that turn hardcore. A lot of other vendors, including Canadian Retro and Chris, Bowser's Fartsack, they didn't have such an easy time, so I'm very thankful that I, you know, managed to get through there, and I was able to help other vendors figure out how to get in, and help Canadian Retro and Bowser's Fartsack get in as well, which was, I think, a huge bonus. It helped some people more than others, I guess. But other than that, like, frustrations aside, it was a really good event. It was about 3 or 4 times the size of the previous one. If you check out maybe on the Game Hunters R Us channel, I went to the GTA Collectibles Expo then as well, and took some footage there. If you want to get kind of a comparable size difference. The footage I showed is very minimal, but there is a guy, Gaming Viking on Norsetalgia YouTube channel. I'm going to leave a link for his video down below. If you want to see a very comprehensive view of the event and what it looked like and what went down, go check out his video. It's really awesome, and he's a really cool guy. Came by my table, and I went by his table, and we had a good chat. So yeah, definitely a cool guy. So definitely check out that video to get more of a feel of the event and the hall. It's way better than my footage for sure. So that being said, I did pick up a few things, not a whole lot. My goal was to try to make more money at this event than spend, which I think I did, and I took some stuff away that I think was pretty awesome. First up, I got there and put some stuff at the table. There's another vendor who sets up, every time I go to this event, I see him. I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, but I think it's Brandon. I usually set up beside him, and he hooks me up with some deals, which I really appreciate. And he came over and saw the Banjo-Kazooie N64 cart that I had, and said that he wanted that. So I put it aside for him, and later I went over his table and gave it to him and said, you know what, we'll work out a trade later. So later on during the day, I went over to his table, which is right across from mine, and looked around, and I saw this game, and this is one I've been needing for a while. So I threw in some cash in the deal, and basically did a trade cash thing for Super Mario Kart on the N64. This is one of the few N64 games, or few Mario Kart games that I don't actually own. So I was really happy to get that. It's definitely the one that I needed to complete that set. So really happy. Thank you very much for the hookup on that. I'm going to say Brandon, I think that's your name. But comment down below if I'm wrong. But yes, thank you very much for the hookup. He gave me a great deal on it. Said that, you know, we've done deals in the past, so, you know, because of that connection, he really hooked me up. So much appreciated. After that, I grabbed some games from Chris, Bowser's Fartsack. He always, again, gives me great deals. He was gonna do a move to get rid of a lot of his games, so I kind of went through them quick to grab some stuff so that, you know, they wouldn't be lost forever, and I could at least get them now. The first one I got is Worms Forts Under Siege on the PS2. I friggin' love Worms games. I could not let this one go away, so you know what? I figured I would just grab it while I could. This is more of like the 3D kind of worms, which I don't like as much as the regular 2D one, but still pretty cool. And it's published by Sega. I didn't even realize that. Like, how weird is that? Anyways, it's pretty cool though. I did not pay $12 for it. I think I paid like, I think he made me pay $4 for it. Actually, I don't even think I think I just gave him $4 for it because he was only asking for it. So I mean, I couldn't argue with that. $4 for that. Awesome deal. Next, I picked up from him Midway Arcade Treasures 3. I think I have 2 on the Xbox, Midway Arcade Treasures 2 on the original Xbox. So I got this one on the PS2. So you know, I just got to get one, and I'll have the complete series, which is pretty cool. This has got a lot of racing games on it, so that's kind of its focus. But again, Chris gave me a great hookup on that, so much appreciated, my friend. And then I also grabbed this game from Chris. He gave me a huge hookup on this deal as well. I'm trying to collect some Capcom NES games because I hear they're really good. So I picked up Mickey Mousecapade. I haven't heard too much about this game, but you know, it's got Capcom on it and it's an NES game, so I'm not gonna leave it there. So really happy to pick that up. Again, he gave me a great deal on that. And another one that I really wanted to get, I went to another vendor and he only had 2 NES games in his whole like lot of games. And he had this one marked for $15, which is still, I think, a really good deal. But my goal is to spend as little money as possible. I asked him if he wanted to trade, so he came over and grabbed a couple of games, and we traded for this. And it's Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers on the NES, which is a great game. Definitely one that I've emulated a whole bunch, and really happy to get the physical version of it. Legit. So really happy to get that trade, especially trade. Like, you have to put any money into that deal, so more money savings for me. This next deal was with another vendor. I see him at this event all the time. I met him a long time ago, actually, at the KW video game swap. He came down. He gave me a great deal on a Star Fox 64 big box version. And you know, he's just a really cool guy. He gives me a lot of good deals on Game Gear stuff because you know, he knows I like it. So I saw him setting up, and when I got a chance to go from the table, I went over there to see what he had, and picked up a game. Actually, the first thing I wanted was a controller. I picked up a game and a controller. It is a clear Xbox, OG Xbox controller. I'm trying to get a full set of like 4 clear controllers for myself because I have a clear Xbox, but I also have another clear Xbox that I'm selling, so I'm kind of torn between bundling this with the clear Xbox to make money that way, or just put this with my system and try to get the complete 4 system. I think I'm just going to keep it though. To have a set of 4 clear Xbox controllers would be really, really sweet in my opinion. So definitely happy to get that. Did not pay $15. And the other game I picked up from him is Beautiful Katamari on the 360. Now, I could not find this game for the life of me. Every time I've seen it, people are wanting like $20+ for it, and I just can't drop that kind of cash on it. So I basically, you know, took both up to him and was just like, hey, you know, what can you do on the 2 of these? And I think it was like $21 or $22 for the both of them. So I couldn't complain about that, especially getting another controller and a Katamari game that I really, really wanted. So it was awesome. So that was the day. After, you know, wandering around and visiting people and seeing people and talking, you know, it was a lot of fun. When we packed up our stuff and we got out of there, we went out, Chris, Bowser's Part Sack, and Canadian Retro and I all went out for dinner and had a great time there, you know, just trading YouTube stories and life stories in general. It was just a lot of fun hanging out with those guys. So thank you very much, guys, for hanging out with me and, you know, being such awesome guys. I know I don't say thank you enough, and I really need to. And thank you to all the guys at the other people at the GTA Collectibles Expo who came by and said hi and recognized me from YouTube, and you know, we're just friendly people, and I really appreciate that. So, you know, I also want to say, you know, if you ever see me out in the wild or you know, at a video game convention or, you know, at a Value Village or whatever, you know, don't be afraid to, you know, see like, oh, I'm some YouTube celebrity. I'm really not. You know, just come over and say hi. I'd love to meet you and, you know, talk. It's, you know, that's part of the best part about YouTube is meeting new people. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. Also, I want to throw out there that I have reached over 100 subscribers on this channel, which is a huge milestone for me, especially, you know, starting over all the way from 0 again. It's really nice to hit that 100 mark, so I will be doing a video, a 100 subscriber contest giveaway, which would be very easy to enter as long as you have a YouTube channel that you make videos for. There will be a video response type thing, you know, sort of, if you want to throw that in there. So anyways, that is it. So thank you very much for watching. If you're at the show, please leave me a comment down below with your YouTube channel. I'd love to go and check out your video and check out your channel in general, and keep an eye out for that 100 subscriber contest coming up soon. And that's it. I'll see you guys later.